Hey there guys, alright, today we are back with some more overly sarcastic productions, and this time we are on to the newest video, or at least as of recording this, the newest video. When this gets uploaded, they'll probably have a new video out. But anyways, this is Fables and Folktales, the Great Zodiac Race. Before we dive in, make sure you go and check out the links in the description box below. I'd love it if you join the Discord and follow me over at Twitch, and please do go check out the gaming channel here on YouTube. I don't know shit about the Zodiacs, so let's dive in.
I love how many calendars we have access to now. You know, like a calendar is a ridiculously useful tool for any given society to have. Lets you keep track of all sorts of important things, like birthdays and eclipses and your many long years plotting vengeance in the Chateau d'If. But now that we've had
Very true. Indeed.
all this cross-cultural
My plan will come to fruition June 13th, precisely at 7:08 p.m.
contact, everyone's been comparing notes, and we've got tons of calendars rattling around, and layers of significance stacked on every day of the year. For instance, back in the tail end of January, you might have heard we were going into the Year of the Dragon, and thought, like any sensible person,
See what the year of the wood dragon? What's the difference between the dragon and the wood dragon? Or are they the same thing? Lisa Stardust, please explain.
holy shit, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. This is according to the calendar of the Chinese Zodiac, a 12-year cycle where every year is associated with an animal. Among other things, the year you're born in has a zodiac animal associated and a whole suite of extra meanings attached. Now, as a
Hold on. I'm a 1998 baby. I'm gonna look it up. December 15th, 1998 Zodiac. Yeah, no, not the Sagittarius. I want the Chinese Zodiac. Chinese Zodiac. Ah. A year of the tiger. Rawr.
card-carrying astrology disliker, it may come as a surprise that I'm actually very fond of the idea of assigning meaning and context to specific dates and times. Especially when I was a kid, I got a huge kick out of learning new and exciting stuff about my birthday, like what semi-precious stone it meant I was associated with, or what classical
I'm a blue zircon. Okay. Oh, and what am I here? I am fire. Brave, artistic, confident. No. Not at all.
element I had an affinity to. But by far my favorite was when I first heard the story we're going to talk about today. See, there's a pretty widespread folktale explaining why the animals of the Chinese zodiac are in the order that they're in, and therefore why specific years have specific animals associated with them. And that's when I learned that I'm a year of the rat kid. You try telling a kindergartner that they're magical, super cool zodiac.
She's only 2 years older than me? 2 years older. It feels weird. It feels weird. There's just a feeling that I understand that they have always been within my age range. But, still, they're so professional. And they're so, good at what they do. And I'm not that. It's 2 years feels like 10 years here difference.
Zodiac animal is a rat and see what face they make. Some people have tigers or dragons.
Tiger. Suck it, Red. Take that.
And I got a rat! This displeased my baby sense of aesthetics. Not only was my animal the smallest of the bunch, it was categorically the lamest. Didn't even have good heel qualities like the snake. But my ears were perked when I was informed that actually, the rat is the very first animal in the zodiac cycle, because the animals all had a great race, and the rat won. That brightened me up very quickly. Maybe it was okay being a year of the rat kid, if it meant being a born winner. This is around the time I realized that because of the way school works, almost every
I'm a tiger. That's literally me.
everyone else in my kindergarten classroom was also a year of the rat kid, so my bragging rights for that dried up pretty quickly. But anyway, let's talk about
Wait, yeah, your whole class would be.
a year of the rat kid. Because of the way school works, almost everyone else in my kindergarten classroom was also a year of the rat kid, so my bragging rights for that dried up pretty quickly. But anyway, let's talk about
Wait a minute, how the fuck do you have a year of the tiger, though? Because wouldn't 97 would be a different, not the tiger, right? Yeah, they'd be ox. You shouldn't have gone to school with any. Shouldn't have been in class with any tigers, Red. You would have been with the oxes.
Great Race. Now, as an incredibly widespread folktale, the Great Race does not have a singular source that I can just pull off the shelf and summarize as a definitive version. The ordering of the animals is always the same, obviously, but there are a lot of different variations on the exact details of the story, so today we're going to talk about one of them with the understanding that there are a ton of them and we're all going to be cool about it. Okay? Alright, now our story begins, as so many do, with a decree from the Jade Emperor. See, he's decided he wants some new heavenly spirits around to guard the years of the calendar, and the earlier the prospective hires show up, the better their rank will be. News of this impromptu race spreads, and a multitude of animals start making their way to the Jade Emperor's heavenly palace. But this isn't just a simple overland sprint. The way is barred by a...
So what that means is, though, Brad is number 1, Tiger's number 3, 3rd place, baby, bronze. Mediocrity, baby.
Swift river, probably because all the mountains were busy making Journey to the West more complicated, so the animals need to find a way to ford the rushing waters. The rat and the cat are by far the worst swimmers of
The best part of our plan is we won't even get our feet wet. A win you have to work for isn't a win at all.
the bunch, and they know it, so the night before the race they put their heads together and come up with a scheme to hitch a ride with one of the other animals. The rat promises to wake the cat first thing in the morning, and they bunker down for a good night's sleep. But either because it slipped the rat's mind, or because the rat didn't want to deal with the competition, the rat slips away in the morning with the cat napping peacefully and none
You rat!
the wiser.
Get it?
Personally, I feel like the rat is entirely blameless in this situation. Cat should have set an alarm.
No, the cat was trusting. And this is why cats are no longer trusting in the modern day, because this rat here was a piece of shit. A scumbag. A rat, you might say. And he fucking dipped.
The race begins and the animals plunge into the water. First on the ticket is the ox, who's sturdy enough to just kind of brute force it. He pushes his way through and makes his way to the other side. But it turns out the ox had a hitchhiker. The noble and extremely charismatic rat was hanging out just behind his ear, and when the ox makes landfall on the other side of the river, the rat leaps off and sprints to the finish line, taking home the gold with the ox in a comfortable second place. Bringing up third is the tiger, who had a very
That's me.
unpleasant time fighting the current, but was just badass enough to make it to the other side through sheer strength alone.
Rah! Yeah! Let's go, Tiger. Making me proud.
And hot on the tiger's heels is the rabbit, who was making good time hopping from rock to rock, but had a bit of a spill and barely survived by clinging to a log until it reached the other shore. In inexplicable fifth place is the divine dragon, who can fly, so what's his excuse?
You know, yeah, what is with the Chinese dragons in these stories? Why don't they use their powers?
It's actually pretty good. He got delayed because he was granting life-giving rain to the people of Earth who needed it, and then at the last minute,
Oh, he was a good guy. Okay, never mind, he's fine.
he got held up again because he happened to see this rabbit drowning and gave it a little bit of a rescue. Acts of do-gooding are as good a reason as any to turn up late, and the dragon gets fifth place. This is around the time the horse makes it through the water, but just before he can reach the shore, he has a moment of clarity and realizes he didn't somehow acquire a fashionable new ankle bracelet and instead has a snake on his leg. And this freaks him out so much that the snake flies merrily into sixth place and the horse has to be happy with seventh. Things get a smidge complicated with the next few runners. Apparently, the
Hold on, don't tell me it's like Monkey King, though.
goat, the monkey, and the rooster had some sort of power of friendship moment and decided to work together, finding and steering a raft across the river and not betraying each other even a little bit. The Jade Emperor is pleasantly surprised and gives the goat 8th place, the monkey 9th, and the rooster 10th. Yeah, that's right, rooster. That's what teamwork gets you. 11th place is taken by the dog, who, despite being a dang good swimmer, is also a dog who got turned loose in a water park, so he ran a little late.
Yeah.
And finally, bringing up the rear is the boar, who made it a self-care day, eating a big breakfast, having a nice nap, and
King
really
shit.
just taking the day at his own pace. And you know what? It worked! Take that, grind set. With the menagerie assembled and the ordering solidly established, the 12 Zodiac animals
Wait, the cat just gets left out of it entirely?
are placed in their permanent position, and the rat gets to enjoy that sweet gold place victory forever. Which I'm sure was tempered only slightly by the cat's vow of eternal blood feud vengeance for being sabotaged into sleeping through the whole race.
Yeah.
Incidentally, providing a handy explanation for why there is no cat in the Chinese Zodiac, and further, why cats of all stripes have such a fondness for disemboweling their little furry former friends. Which sounds like sore loser behavior to me. Or maybe the cat
Nah, I don't blame the cats.
chases the rat because they're just so used to the view from last place. Oh, I don't know. Who said that? Well, the years start
Hashtag rat game. If you think my astrology opinions are contradictory and hypocritical, just remember I'm a Gemini, whatever that means. And that was Fables and Folktales, the Great Zodiac Race. This was fun. I feel like Red's gotta be cooking up a long video because I feel like she's been making some like she's got to be cooking up a real meaty video because this one was short. I think her last video was short. And I know we had a trope talk recently, and those I feel like aren't too hard to animate and make. Um, so I think we've got something meaty in the works coming up. Um, I do love Red's longer form content. She's very good at long form storytelling, at least long form video storytelling, aka like 15, 20 minutes. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let me know what, I guess, Chinese zodiac you are. Are you a fellow tiger? Hmm? The best one. The best one, easily. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.